guys, it is me Hudson with Hudson's Fishing Adventures, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys at home to make your very own miniature pond out of an old deer trough. We've had this for a long time, and a deer trough is just where you fill it with water and deer drink from it, but it's really hard to keep it clean and keep it filled, so we decided why not make a little pool pond out of it. So as you guys know, paying somebody to make a pond or buying a big pool to make a pond is expensive, and it's not always convenient. They're very big and they take up a lot of space. So I decided to make the world's first ever miniature bass pond. And we decided to make this because we've been catching a lot of bass lately that we want to put in my aquarium, but they're a little bit too big. So we decided to make something that we can grow a bass this big into a 4 or 5 pounder. It'd be cool. Let's just jump right into it. So here's what you need to do this. You need obviously a rubber deer trough, a drill, some screws and mesh, and this is what's going to be making the lid. These are kind of optional, but if you don't want your fish to jump out and die, you probably want to choose these. Next, you need a big bag of gravel, and I got some bigger rocks in here. You can see big old rocks from our creek. Then a pair of scissors, and then I have one artificial plant. I actually have another artificial plant inside in the mini aquarium that I'm going to get out. And then I have a live plant, some hydrilla, just to help. Live plants always help aerate. I actually have a few little pieces, as you can see, from the big aquarium, the 29-gallon, but we're going to be putting some more in here. I just got this at our pet store. And then if you don't have well water and you have water that has chlorine in it from cleaning it, I guess, you're going to want some water conditioner, because you just dump this in and it instantly kills all the chlorine in the water so that your fish won't die from the chlorine. And this thing is leaking very bad. Okay, so first things first, rinse out your gravel. And as you can see, an easy way to rinse out your gravel is just cut a little hole on the corner and poke some holes in the back. Fill it with water and hold it like this, and all the little dust and stuff that's on it will actually drain out of it, kind of like turning the bag into a strainer. Then I actually already filled this pond, this little trough, but if you want, you can pour the gravel in first. So it'll probably be a little easier, but I didn't want to take out all this water off myself. My big bag of gravel. Move the drill because there's probably be some water splattering out. Just gonna take this and start dumping some gravel. And this is a big, very big bag of gravel. I honestly don't know how much it is, but all I know is that it's a lot of it. Because I want this pool pond to look super cool. And it is once we add this gravel. It's actually looks like it's just going to be perfect amount. Okay, got all the gravel in. Don't need that package anymore. Now I'm just going to get in here. Ooh, let's go. And spread all this gravel around. I also have a few natural rocks in here. You can see just some little rocks I got from our backyard just to help kind of make it look a little more natural. Oh, that looks super cool. And before you put fish in this, you're going to want to let this gravel sit for a while, because all the debris that kind of comes up will slowly settle and make it look really clear. Then I'm also going to be putting some crawfish in here for the bass to eat and for kind of having pets. The big ones will be pets, the little ones will be a meal for the bass. So I have some bigger rocks in here like I showed you guys. And I'm just kind of wedge these in. I'll show you guys in a minute what it's going to look like. And I'm kind of just making a little crawfish hut, because I want some of the crawfish to be able to survive a little bit, and they won't be able to survive if they have an assassin bass living with them. So I'm just going to kind of wedge these rocks up. Oh yeah, that's so cool. Let's spread the gravel back out around here. Oh my God, is there a minnow in there? There's a minnow in there. Wow, I don't know how that got in there. So I'll show you guys right now. So you can see I just made that little hut, and I know it doesn't look like much, but there's actually a little funnel, and then it gets bigger in there. So crawfish can hide in there. It's going to be super cool. Now I'm going to go, and I have just this is a Wonder Plant series, just a good little freshwater plant thing. So go ahead and lift this open. And I like to get, you don't have to get these, but I like to get the weighted bottom, because they're better for little aquariums, because they actually, you can see they have a little weight. so that they won't float up whenever fish move around, especially with the bass and crawfish. These crawfish back scoot and kick things up, and bass swim really hard and kick things up. So these are gonna be good. Take this, and I think I'll put this one actually. Right outside the crawfish. Oh my god, you guys, this thing looks so dope already, and we're like halfway done. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. So anyway, then we got this. This is a live plant. It's actually hydrilla. I also got this from our local pet store. This stuff spreads and it grows roots. As you can see, those are the roots. They're just little roots. And this stuff can actually help aerate water. So this strand, oh here, okay. Now I think I'm gonna put this one up here. And this one also has a little weight on it, but I'm just gonna bury the tips a little bit. Put some bigger, not bigger rocks, but like I said, I got these rocks from just around our backyard. And they help kind of fill it in a little more. It looks natural, and it will help hold down some plants. Okay, we got 2 plants now. I'm gonna go get that plant in a minute, but next we're gonna put in the water conditioner. And this instantly neutralizes all those little things of chlorine. And we're just gonna do a little twirl. Just like that. You can't measure it, but I've done this before, so I kind of can estimate. It's gonna be super cool and super awesome. I'm gonna go get the other plant, and no, actually, you know what? I take that back. First, let's go ahead and throw this on. So this is just a mesh. It's actually not even metal mesh. It's just little clear, see-through kind of caging. I'd make crawfish traps out of this, and for the mini aquarium, the crawfish aquarium, I used that to make a lid. And we're actually, speaking of the mini aquarium, we're actually going to be turning the mini aquarium into a bait well for this thing to hold some little big bluegills, some crawfish to throw in here for the bass. We don't have the bass yet, but I'm going to make a separate video on catching the bass, so it's going to be awesome. Yeah, so I actually have the holes pre-drilled in here. So I'm just going to stretch this mesh. As you can see, it's pretty perfect. I cut it yesterday. I'm just going to go hole where it belongs. Oh, actually here, let's go farthest and further. Okay, we have one here. I'll fall in the water, and then I'm just gonna drill, and I'll get back to you guys when all this mesh is on and I had the plant and the crawfish out here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I am gonna put the 3 crawfish in here that I have. Because they're all pretty big now and the bass shouldn't eat them. Because we're going to put a pretty little bass in there, about this big, half a pound. And you shouldn't eat those ones. And I'm going to set them in the home kind of around and let them get used to their home before I put the bass in. Catch the bass and put them in so they kind of know where their hiding spots are. So yeah, I'm going to drill in all this and I'll get back to you guys when I drill the net in and get the rest of the stuff.